In this tutorial, we'll learn how to set up a custom domain name for our CloudFront distribution. To complete this tutorial, you need access to your domain's DNS settings. If you're unsure where to find them, contact your domain registrar. Let's get started. First, we need to issue a certificate for our domain via AWS Certificate Manager. Certificates issued by ACM are free to use with CloudFront. We'll issue a certificate for a subdomain that will attach to CloudFront using a CNAME record. Ensure you have selected the default region, North Virginia. On the List Certificates page, click Request. Then click Next. On the next page, enter your subdomain name. Click Request. AWS Certificate Manager will generate DNS validation data to verify domain ownership. Open your domain's DNS settings and create a CNAME record using this data. Great. Now, we need to wait for the CNAME record to propagate. Certificate validation usually takes about an hour, but it can take up to 48 hours. Now let's connect our domain name to CloudFront. Open your CloudFront distribution and copy the domain name generated by CloudFront. Go back to your domain's DNS settings. Create a new CNAME record linking your chosen subdomain to the CloudFront domain name. Specify CloudFront's domain name as the value. Go back to your CloudFront distribution. Under the General tab, find the Settings block and click Edit. On the next page, click the cute little Add Item button. Specify your subdomain. Then select your certificate from the Custom SSL drop-down list. Scroll down and save. Ensure you have correct cache settings. We have a dedicated tutorial explaining these settings and their importance. We cover this in part 2. Make sure you have a separate behavior defining the caching of the TS chunks. Check that your default behavior is set to caching disabled. Let's test our setup. Open your subdomain in your browser. Log into the Callaba dashboard. Use your instance ID as the password with admin as the login. Awesome. Now we can test our video player. As you can see, there's our subdomain name in the player URL in Callaba. Let's open it. Let it play for a while to ensure the caching is set correctly. Okay, looks like it works just fine. Great job. This concludes the third part of the Callaba x CloudFront tutorial. Try Callaba on AWS today. It takes just a few minutes to launch, and you get a 5-day free trial. Enjoy 100 gigabytes of free data transfer in EC2 and 1 terabyte of free data transfer for CloudFront.